I've been watching the beginning of all things unfold. And let me tell you a little secret. They forgot to mention that God has a wife. My story has been scattered like dust across different traditions, but you'll find me on every high hill and under every green tree. I'm that scent of jasmine in old city walls and the curve of the Mediterranean Sea. You'll also find me somewhat 40 times slipped in between the lines of that holy book. I long for the world to remember how to truly love. I once walked hand in hand with El, or Yahweh as he came later to be known. That man was a fountain of power. Our lovemaking moved the cosmos, and from dusk until dawn we would practice the Hieros Gamos beneath the sacred fig. With each undulating wave of pleasure, I would let out this primordial moan, and 70 stars were born. I spent my days pretty simply. I used to love watching the people as they carefully and quietly tended to the earth. I found them fascinating. They would whisper their prayers into their hands before tucking the seeds into the soils of the promised lands. I remember this one time I watched as these 2 wild goats stood on their hind legs, just nibbling at the lower branches of an olive tree. My life didn't unravel all at once, no. At first it was just a whisper. Too sensual, they said. Too powerful, too erotic, too female. And then came the king's orders to tear down my wooden poles and set fire to my groves. And there, under the scorching sun of the ancient Levant, they declared a great war upon my name. They erased me from history. Much like they're now trying to wipe this land off of the maps. But no child arrives with war in their heart. So I have to ask, what is the price of power built on blood? And I wonder, what is the cost of silence? You see, freedom is not a tide that lifts some boats and then drowns others. Until we all rise, none are truly free. So I call forth the men who dare to choose worship over war. And I return through you, earthly queen mothers. Even now in the rubble, my roots will grow back. Your prayers are rising like swirling incense smoke, and my golden seeds are starting to sprout. Yes, the resurrection of the suppressed goddess is hidden in the heart of man. Goddess stories are timeless, and they awaken something within us all. I invite you to be part of the expansion of this channel by leaving a comment